morning. Ooh, let me adjust so you can see my little life is a road trip metaphor. Let's see if I also can do this so I don't, like yesterday, my phone ends up going, here we go, try introducing the members badge. Oh, no. Yay, folks. Yay, folks. Abbott Elementary. Diego, Pat, Precious, Judy, Becky. Boo, 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 boo. I got a new attitude. Very good. Monk. Yay. Nice to see you all. Nice to see you all. And for everybody who comes afterwards. So here's an interesting thing for me anyway. Usually, you may not have observed this pattern, Precious Virtues. You may not have noticed this, but mostly when I do, now that I'm doing YouTube and TikTok lives, I usually give the YouTube folks, of which you can be because it's free or whatever, the YouTube folks, the YouTubes tend to get the first live. That's so they know when that one is, and then if they want to go to the other one on TikTok, they can do that. However, today at least on Wednesday, and I'll have to check for next week too, I do the TikTok live first because Wednesday is where I've recently gotten in the habit of doing a Destination Decluttered YouTube live in the evening. Now, I am not an evening and a nighttime person, as you can know by like yesterday I did one at 7 a.m. So I'm just reminding you that tonight there will be an 8 p.m. live, and that's why I'm here at 8 a.m. here on TikTok. So thank you, Abbott Elementary. Happy Wednesday to you as well. Good morning, Cheryl with an S. Let me stir my tea here, get the bag nice and steeped and whatnot. And another thing too, if all y'all are on the mailing list, I did send out an email yesterday. And hopefully you got it. If you didn't, shoot me an email to let me know that you didn't get it, but look for it like in your spam filter first. But there was some info about the upcoming decluttering parties. Okay, now I know I'm starting this kind of with some admin stuff on mind, and I will hopefully remember to mention this as more people sign up. Notice Abbott Elementary. Yes, things that are in routine get us into a habit of doing that. And I'm glad you did notice that, because it is intentional. It's because the people who have followed me over to YouTube, did something to not just be like, oh, I wish you were on Facebook, or I wish you were on TikTok anymore, but now you're not, and oh, well, I guess I'll never see you again. You actually did something to change the situation and said, okay, if you go there, I will follow him. So yeah, so I remember that happened last week. So I tried to be obvious about that, but that's always to give, with the exception. And also, frankly, I like to hang around with a smaller group of people in the evening. I don't want to, and if it's a larger group, that's fine. But I know it's a small, cool group that follows me over on YouTube. So that's who I want to hang out with in the evening. And here, let me be really clear too. If you don't follow me on YouTube, you totally can. It's wicked easy. Destination Decluttered. All right, Syracuse. We're doing the weather report. We got the weather report. It is sunny but cold and a little snowy in Syracuse. No, thank you. No, thank you. It is sunny and cold here today. It was sunny and crazy cold here in Pennsylvania yesterday. Idaho Princess. Nice to see you. All sorts of good people. Erica, German maid. Nice to see you. Wednesday, April 9th. Here I am for you. And really what I can do is I respond to what you need. Erica Linsky says it's cold in northern New York. So we get the weather going for us. I will say I'm not a fan of the cold. But boy, oh boy, RD, do I like the sunshine. I love that. When the sunshine and the warm weather comes, now that's my favorite time. I don't know about you, but there's a certain temperature that makes me feel not freezing cold and not sweaty hot. Just right. Just like Goldilocks. So here I am. If we haven't met before, my name is Beth. I'm a decluttering life coach, and my coaching is called Destination Decluttered. I show up and do an hour-long TikTok live pretty much every day except for when I don't. And I do it on YouTube as well, a YouTube live, because I have a YouTube channel, a website, Destination Decluttered, and I am really here to help you when you're stuck with your clutter. You do declutter up to the level, the level that you know how to do, that you want to do, that whatever. Like, you go up to a certain point, but if you have clutter in your home, you've probably stopped at a certain unknown kind of edge, and then you stop. Now, we all do this. Maybe they say it's your comfort zone, maybe it's your knowledge, maybe it's your your level of interest, and all of that is totally cool. I don't judge, I don't shame, I don't that to me is very unhelpful. But I show up if that bums you out, if that bugs you, if the clutter in your house, if when you do the cluttering, the decluttering. Good morning, Rochelle. If you do the decluttering and after you're done with your version of decluttering, you still don't like how your home looks or functions, and I'm all about function and ease and smarter versus harder, your home looks or functions or feels. After you've done decluttering using the skills you have now, I'm kind of showing up in your life to just help you build some of your skills so that your home increases the enjoyment of how it looks, increases the ease with which you can live in your house, the convenience, the simplicity, the no-brainerness of you being able to, pull a good mug out of the cupboard, and you know where your mugs are, and every time you put a hand on one, it's a good one, and then you fill it with hot water, and you know where your tea bags are, and you know where your stuff is, so you can easily live. And to me, the combo of it looking good and functioning well and looking at items that you enjoy and you're not being bugged by stuff, that makes you feel good in your home. And that to me is the most important part, but the route we go through is by how it looks and how it functions equals typically how it feels. So I love doing this. I do, because I used to live in a cluttered home. I was raised in a cluttered home. I was raised in the bog of a traveling man. I'm not Cher, nor I used to play her on TV, right? Flipping my hair like Cher back in the 70s. I used to watch the Sonny and Cher show. So I also, the way I do this too, and I'm not just trying to talk about me, but just so you know, in case you're a new folk coming here, is I like to have fun with this. I get bored with stuff that's boring, people that are boring, people who talk in a monotone, people who do not burst into song every time they think of a song, people who don't get the pop culture references. Now, I'm Gen X, as you can probably tell by the count the rings around my eyes, as Mr. Westerberg would say. So this is how I roll. And I like to make things fun and help you get things done. Because fun and done, yay. Let's get the stuff that's not so fun. Let's just minimize it. Let's drain it of its drama and just get it done. And then you have more room for fun, however you define it. That you're not trying to have fun and then being nagged by your backseat driver. You really should be doing the taxes right now. Has everybody done their taxes? It's the 9th. This is the first year I will share with you that my husband and I have not had to file an extension, and we're getting a refund, which really just means that we overpaid our estimates. But hey, I'm cool with getting money back, right? If you haven't done your taxes, let me help you with that. Now, I'm not going to do your taxes, but I have found it so much easier when I think of two things. The number one thing, so everybody can participate in this, is notice the effect that your thoughts have on your feelings, and your feelings both kind of emotionally but also physically. Your nervous system. Is your system nervous? Are your nerves, are you all, zing, like, right about something? What we do is we practice, because it's fun and it feels better, calming down, sitting down, slowing down, all the downs, as I like to call it, helping you feel better. If you're in panic mode, if you're constricted and freaked out and anxious, I know that feeling well. It was probably the first 30 years of my life. It was my default. I'm different now. What I have learned is I can do some things. Breathing is a good one. All right. Mark and Jennifer, nice to see you. And calming down your nervous system is a great first step. Also, that's like you're kind of inside your skin. Also, how are you feeling physically? Right now, before you even start the day, it's what, 8 o'clock, 8:15 in the morning? How are you feeling physically? Now, I woke up with a random headache. Blurg. It may have had something to do with the fact that I was scrolling on my scrolling on my phone, and so I was squinting my eyes. But I have a bit of a headache. Now, I know myself. What works for me if I have a headache is to drink some water. Yeah. But also, frankly, to use that water and wash down an Excedrin pill. So I did that this morning because I don't want to feel not good. So do you want to feel not good today? Do you want to feel good? Check how you feel today. Check when you're going to get dressed. What are the clothes are you going to put on? Are they going to be too tight? Are they going to be scratchy double knit polyester? Are they going to be too heavy for the hot weather or too light for the cold weather? Do check in with your physical self and your mental, energetic self. As I like to say, like we work in decluttering, it's usually in your house. Like you've got the boundaries of your house and we work within those boundaries and outside. But let's start with the boundaries of your skin. Okay? Oh, interesting. Erica, 1 liquid IV packet every day and it helps prevent me from getting migraines. I'm going to write that down. Liquid IV. This is one of my phrases. I have many phrases because I talk a wicked lot. Yeah, which is, and, excuse me. So the boundaries of your skin, from the skin, motorboat, baby, from the skin within. Let's check in with that first. If you don't, whatever you do outside of it may be not as fun or as easy. Okay? So check in with yourself. How you feeling? Hot, hot, hot? I'm feeling nice and warm now. The heat just kicked on. I have a little lap blanket on. The sun is out. I've got my trusty black hoodie on. It'll be funny in a couple weeks, just so you guys know, this is wicked fun. Those of you on the mailing list already know this, but not a week from today, actually a week from tomorrow, I have the opportunity. I'm not showing off, but I'm just so excited. I just kind of want to share. Many of you know who followed me for a while that one of my happy places on the planet is Palm Springs, California. I have the opportunity to help a friend out and house sit while she goes and takes care of her dad. She has a home in Palm Springs, so I'm going to be out in Palm Springs. It's probably 50 degrees warmer there than it is here. It will be funny to see if I'm wearing the same clothes. So wearing clothes that make you the right temperature, right? So if you're not feeling good, this is a big thing with me, but it's also wicked small and it's all the sizes. Don't forget bright colors. Oh, here's the funny thing. Yes. Why do you think? The white with pops of color, and and I'm wicked psyched. Thank you, Donna. It will change. I haven't posted the times of the YouTubes and TikToks lives because I need to figure out, I will say the declutter parties that I have scheduled, I am committing to those start times. I did change 2 of them because 5 a.m., making it an hour later, 6 a.m. seems a little bit more Okay, now 6 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. West Coast time. It's still East Coast time because I will always be putting things in West Coast. But I just offer to you that week or so when I do those, it may be a little bit later in the morning East Coast time because it's still going to be wicked early West Coast time. But I digress. And then I forgot what I was going to say. But I'm sure it was good, right? All right, go to the swag shop. Good stuff. Yeah. I'm wicked psyched about that. Let's see. We talked about taking care of yourself, drinking some water, breathing down, slowing down, quieting down, writing down, and chunking down. That's a really good thing too. Writing down is really getting your thoughts, your words, your thoughts. Here's a funny thing. When I was trying to get some help for my own life, I had quit my job. I thought all I needed was time. It's kind of like decluttering. Oh, all I need is time to do it. But then I had the time and I was like, shit, I'm still not doing what I said I was going to do. So obviously I need something more than time. And I started looking for not support, inspiration, help, whatever it was. And knowing that I lacked some skills. And I found some people that had good ideas, but I didn't like the words they use. Other ones, I didn't like how they looked. They looked kind of creepy. There was this one guy who was wearing a suit that just looked, I'm not going to name names, but I was like, I get what you're saying up here, but I just don't trust you. There's other people who had voices. Now, I don't know if you like my voice. It's the only one I got. That were very like, suck it up, buttercup. But what I got jammed up with was beliefs versus thoughts versus feelings versus all this. And so I just say to you, in the simplest way, okay, right? Okay, motivation, I lack it all. You know what? Motivation is something we have to generate. Unless it's something that we're totally hell yeah about, we may need to generate some energy to get some things done. So Mark and Jennifer, I don't know if it's Mark or Jennifer who is saying hello, so I will just continue to call that. You're not alone in that, right, my dear? And again, now I just forget what I was going to say. It was going to be good though. Yes, this was it. Notice what I did. I gave myself a moment to see if the thought would come back to me. And I have a good, what I call my co-pilot, my voice. It's like, you got it. Words in your head. Just think of it that way. You have words in your head. You can call them beliefs. You can call them thoughts. You can call them song lyrics. You can call them inspirations, whatever. You have thoughts in your head. Words in your head, excuse me. You have words in your head. You can call them anything you want. When you pay attention to the words in your head and you get them out of your head and, I like to use the word down on paper, that is a game changer. That is a game changer. So notice that you have words in your head that cause you to feel feelings. Now the words in your head can motivate you or demotivate you. The words in your head can be a stroke of inspiration, or it can be somebody telling you you suck and it's too late. The words in your head come from, I'd say, a variety of sources, but I say two. Your co-pilot, who talks like me, maybe not with a Boston accent via, Delaware and Pennsylvania, but encouraging, supportive, lighthearted, fun. Think of me as the person sitting in the passenger seat while you're the driver on this kick-ass road trip towards wherever the hell you want to go. I can help you get there. I got the snacks. I got the map. I make it fun. I make sure that you remind yourself to pull over to the side of the road if you're tired, or hey, we should stop and stretch, or you need to get gas, or maybe it's the time of day where we just pull over and find a cute little roadside hotel and we stay there and we just, fill up our tanks. But you also have a backseat driver. Now, we all have our backseat drivers, and that's fear. That's scary. That's the crappy voice that says, no, you can't do that. Be afraid. Something could go horribly wrong. You're too old. They're all going to laugh at you. It's not going to work. You'll never get there. You're doomed. Remember that cartoon? It was like a cartoon of Gulliver's Travels. I remember, I swear to God, it had to be on Channel 56. And it was like the guy, glum, we're doomed. We're doomed. Yeah, that's your backseat driver. Now, these two characters in your car will never leave your car. You probably hear your backseat driver more than your co-pilot because your backseat driver is also like a chatty little kid who won't shut up. Yes, there we go. If you get tired, pull over. If you get hungry, eat something. Exactly. So Bobby Dugas is saying energy is my biggest challenge. Okay. So knowing that, Bobby, I would write that down. Energy is my biggest challenge. So I would do an energy audit, okay, like your house. Just notice your life, notice what you did yesterday, and notice what your energy is like today. Where are you spending your energy? I know we are spending our energy this time of the season. We are spending the oil that we put in our oil tank. We are spending it keeping the house warm. So that's why our oil tank is going down, but it's providing warmth to the house. Other times, I'm sure some of this, we are losing some of that energy because of inefficiency, that it's leaking out somewhere, And so notice where your energy, where you consciously spend it and where you leak it out. Where is your energy going that you don't want it to go? And it's not just physical energy, but mental energy. Are you focusing on things that drain you of your energy? Or are you focusing on things that build your energy up, that motivate you, that excite you, that get you wanting to take action? Taking action, giving action. Action is so freaking interesting because that's how shit gets done. Is doing something. Do, verb. That's what's happening, right? Oh, TikTok just zoomed all of the comments to me, so I'm going to try to be there. Ellen, nice to see you. Kara, nice to see you. Yeah, okay, backseat driver, she loud. You would do this if you were in the car with somebody else. You would turn around and you say, simmer down now, right? Simmer down, quiet down, okay? Now, this is the difference though. We don't want to shut them down initially. Simmer down now. But if this is something, and I used to work retail, and even after I worked retail, when my husband and I would go out shopping, sometimes, and he would be so kind of like, I would say annoyed. I like to think he'd be intrigued by this or laughing. Whenever I was in a store and I heard, not an altercation, that sounds too violent, an exchange between a customer and somebody who worked there, and there was like a complaint going on, I was always curious how they handled it. Because a complaint indicates that something is off for somebody. Some of them are justified and some of them are not. Now I bring this up because your backseat driver has words that it is saying to you. There might be gold in them thar hills, people. Just because it's coming from the back seat doesn't mean there isn't something good there. There could be some wheat in with that chaff, as my family likes to say. There could be a gem in with the diamonds in the rough. But you may not know that if you're just shutting it up willy-nilly. Now, sometimes you do when they're totally being unhelpful in the back seat. Quiet down, interrupt them, traffic cop hand. I call this my traffic cop hand. I'm sure you use it, Shut up, quiet down, stop. However, there can be some good things that you learn from your backseat drivers. You are learning what words they use that cause you to stop what you're doing. What are your trigger words? What are the things that somebody in the back seat says to you that cause you to not take action, not do something? I found that I was scared to do it at first because I was afraid I was afraid I was going to feel bad. I was afraid of what I might discover. Here's what I learned, so I share this with you. It may feel weird at first. writing down the stuff that your backseat driver's saying, all those mean things it's saying to you, all those unhelpful things, the things that get you stuck. But now you know what you're dealing with. Now you know where you stop and kind of why you stop. And when you know that stuff, because you've written it down, then, like learning a new language, a foreign language, you can translate it. You can flip it on its belly and say, okay, or it's on its back, and say, okay, what's the opposite of that? If saying I'm too old, you're too old and wrinkly and whatever to show up on TikTok is what would stop you, what is a loving retort from your co-pilot who just loves you and wants you to do well? You know what? I'm going to show up for all the wrinkly people. So not everybody looks like they're AI generated. I'm going to be older tomorrow, so I might as well start today. So noticing that there could be gold in them thar hills, and also seriously, even when there's no gold in what the backseat drivers are saying, but if you practice this and you write down what they say, it does quiet them down because they feel like they've been heard. It's like, oh, I have it somewhere. You know, like a steno book back in the day where it has the line in front of in the paper and you flip it and it's kind of like a secretary just taking dictation. You don't engage with what your backseat drivers say. You just say, okay, anything else? Anything else? You allow them to be heard. You write it down on one side of the paper, but then you won't know that there's another side. Because there is another side. To all the negative stuff you're telling yourself, which are just the words in your head, there is another side. There is a flip side, like Davy Jones would say to Marsha Brady. And when you realize that, and that you can decide to live on the flip side, that's a better song than the one that's on the side A. And this is a really fun thing to realize. Now, this is the life coachy stuff, but it totally scales down into what is the thought that keeps you from taking the action, doing the thing that would get your house, or even not even your house, too big, chunk it down. That's another down. Where you are where you're sitting right now, what are the words that you tell yourself that stop you from changing your environment in the room you're in? Write them down. But when you write them down, do not take up a whole page. Fold the paper in half. I like this. This is origami, people. Look, we're being so crafty. 2 columns. Backseat driver, co-pilot. Fear, love. Write down all that they say and remind yourself there's a completely other side there. This is what helped me. This is what helps me. This is how I help myself. It also will calm down your nervous system. Now, it may make you feel some feelings to realize that you have those poisonous feelings or those poisonous words in you, but it's good. It's like you're throwing up the poison. You're not poisoning yourself. You're not keeping it in. It's like Ipecac. Remember that stuff? My mother had to make me throw up once. Maybe twice when I was a little kid because I ate too many Flintstones vitamins. Because I thought they were candy. We didn't have candy in the house and I ate too many. She had to make me throw up, and I will never forget this as long as I live. It's one of those core memories. Is she had me drink water from this cup that was from like McDonald's. It was yellow and it had like a printed like scene on it. And to this day, I just my little kid brain remembers that. You know? So notice what makes you feel bad. And then start to pay attention to what makes you feel good. Morning, Louise. I hope the haddock went over well. Elaine, nice to see you. Kara says she likes doing videos and voiceovers for her. Yeah, you're awesome at that. You are. I love how you do that. You have a nice calming voice. I love seeing your garden. You know, she is taking action and, showing up for other gardeners and getting decluttered too. Yeah. And here's the thing too. Doing this for your other self. You deserve to live in a house that looks good to you. You deserve to live in a house that functions well for you. You deserve to live in a house that feels good to you. And yes, strength and peace, you do not need to worry about it. I am totally in the habit of, and I am totally reliable with that, except if technology effed things up. I think it's happened once or twice. This will be a saved TikTok, and I upload all of my saved TikToks and YouTube lives to Destination Decluttered on YouTube. So it will be up there later today. Okay? So I share this with you because there will be, go to work. Do not worry. It will be here for you. And it will be there on the mailing, not the mailing list. Like there's a playlist for April. Okay? So I just offer to you, this is a way that may be new to think of things. It was new to me. It was new to me. And then I practiced it. And now it is ingrained in a habit. And it feels so much better. It really does. It really does feel so much better. And I offer this to you. If you want to feel better, this is how I got here. You know? Okay, so Star Queen is saying, I don't know why I'm holding on to makeup I don't even take with me on trips. Ridiculous. Now, let me stop you right here. Okay? Ridiculous. Notice, and this is where I was never an English major, but man, do I love helping you dissect, because what you just wrote are the words in your head in the comments. Now, I don't know why is a question. Why am I holding on to this makeup? I don't even take it with me on trips. That is a question that pretty much has pretty straightforward. Adding the ridiculous and the exclamation point, you're being wicked judgy. You're being judgy. You're ridiculous. Why? No. When you judge yourself poorly, you will shut down your ability to listen for the answer. So I say this to you, please stop the self-judgment. Get out of judgment, because judgment is under backseat driver. You're ridiculous. Quiet that down. The opposite of judgment is going to be curiosity. Tammy, same thing. All right, you too? So when you quiet down the judgment and you turn up the fun, you turn up the curiosity, you can more easily hear the answer. So Tammy and Star Queen, what I would offer to you right now is even turn down the volume on me as I chat with other people, and Oceanana in her haddock, and she tripped over the vacuum. Oh, hon, you almost fell. I'm glad you caught yourself. But what I say is, turn down my voice too. And ask yourself, having turned the volume down, having drained the drama and the judgment out of your question, and reframe it. Take notice. We're changing the energy of your words so you can discover the answer. Why am I keeping, and maybe not all of this makeup, chunk it down to one item of makeup that you're keeping that falls under the umbrella of the makeup that you're keeping that you don't even use when you're on a trip. This one lipstick. Why am I keeping this? I don't wear it in regular life, and I don't even take it with me when I'm on vacation. Now, Mark and Jennifer are offering, you can throw out things that are expired, but still, some people don't. So I would get to the root of just getting curious. Why am I not throwing away this lipstick? I don't wear it, not even at home or when I would go away. And then you pause and you quiet down the backseat driver. Shh, I'm listening. I feel like Pee-wee. Hello, Amazing Larry. And you're waiting for your co-pilot, and your co-pilot fucking loves you. Your co-pilot is like, finally, I get to get a word in edgewise. That little kid back there is always yakking. Now that they're quieted down, what I'm going to say is, you know what they're saying? They're going to say, yeah, why are we? Well, I spent a lot for it. I spent a lot of money on it. I'm going to feel wasteful if I throw it away. It's practically brand new. I thought it would work. I can't return it. Notice what comes up and write it down. Write down your backseat driver thoughts. with curiosity. Notice if it's money that you spent on an object, and it doesn't have to be. Notice that what you're going to find out is you have a thought in your head that doesn't just apply to that one lipstick. Okay, Anne says, what if I want it someday? Okay, so Anne, I would say, why not make today someday? Let's zoom it right to, instead of some random day in the future, how about today is the day that I'm going to wear this lipstick? If you're not wearing it today, why would you wear it some other random day? Maybe it is something. So I have lipsticks that I have bought, and then I realize that they're a bit too costumey. Now, I don't wear a lot of costumes like I used to, but maybe it's more of a dress up. Okay, so maybe I save it out of my regular everyday makeup selection. Maybe I put it aside with my getting dressed ups or something fancy makeup. You know? Now, Jen, for her, Jen says it's always money for me. I love that you know that, Jen. I also am working on my relationship with money. So I will say to you, because I've had to say it to myself, if it doesn't work for you, you're not getting your money's worth. Sometimes this is how things work in life. This is a very oversimplified. You see something outside of your life that perks your interest that you think might make your life better. Ooh, that foundation might make me less wrinkly. Oh, that lipstick might not smudge off when I do it. Ooh, that might make things better for me. So you see it out there, and then you exchange money for it, and you bring it into your life. The money is gone. You have the thing. Then you try it out. Sometimes it works. Yay! Sometimes it does not work for you. Not every investment, not every purchase will work out the way you hoped. It just happens. Keeping something that isn't working for you doesn't give you your money back. Just because I'm keeping this and never using it is not me getting my money back. If anything, this item and these items that I'm keeping because I spent money on them that are not working for me, those are not, I am being surrounded by a lot of stuff that is not working for me. See, Ellen? Keeping an item that doesn't work for you never gets your money back. The only way you get money back from it is two ways. You either sell it for a fraction of the price, probably, or you buy your makeup at a place you can return it even after it's open and you've tried it. Notice that. If you are unsure if a makeup is going to work, then start shopping at a place where you can return it even if it's open. Okay? Jamie, I'm glad I gave you lots to think about. Thinking is good. Use that muscle. Use that muscle. Grow it. Okay? Now we got about 21 minutes left here. But I offer to you, business people, people who make money, people whose business it is to make money, follow this concept called the sunk cost fallacy. Now, I don't know why it's a fallacy, but sunk cost. Don't throw good money after bad. Don't throw good energy after bad. If something is not working for you today, it probably will not work out for you tomorrow, the next day, the next day, the next day. Your lip color is not going to change. It's going to be too orangey or too brown or too purple or too whatever tomorrow too. So I offer to you to just think about that whole process and to allow your nervous system to feel that way. To say, yeah, you know what? You're right. I'm afraid that I'm going to be judged as wasteful if I throw away a brand new lipstick. But it's a waste of my stress to keep it around because it's making it more difficult for me to get ready in the morning because I'm having to dig around all these things that I'm not wearing to find the lipsticks I am wearing. And every time I look at the things that are not working out for me, it makes me feel bad. Oh, that's the one that doesn't work. That's the one that doesn't work. That doesn't fit me. That one I spent a lot of money for and using it. Oh, I'm not using that. You know? Yeah, let a friend rummage through it. Right. Throw away things that are expired. Expiration dates are a great excuse, reason for throwing something away. And with makeup, as they said earlier, and I love this, Anne is decluttering her makeup right now. So everybody today who wears makeup, think of this the next time you open up wherever your makeup is. Yeah. Now, Kim is kind of not the opposite, but Kim also has a money thing. I don't wear makeup, never had at 62 now, and I hate wasting my money. So notice to Kim, for her, makeup is a waste of money. A waste of money. Household finance stole my pants. You know? But notice that we all have thoughts. We all have words in our heads that make us feel a feeling. Some people spend a lot of money on makeup. They love it. They love playing in dress up and looking good and creating beautiful, artistic creations on their face and their body. Other people, so that's an investment and they enjoy it. Other people think it's a waste of time and a waste of money. We don't judge, but I say tune into what's important to you. And to me, it's that you feel good in your home. You feel good when you look down into whatever container you use your lipsticks or your makeup or your whatever, frankly, because it's scalable to any other category. And you can easily find what works for you. Easily grab the thing that works for you and use it, easily find it, easily grab it and use it, and easily put it away. Right? That's it looks good, it functions, functionality. Easy to find something, easy to find your tax paperwork, easy to find that one lipstick you like, easy to find the shoes that are going to be comfortable, easy to put them on, and easy to put them away when you're done with them. But notice, you have a thought in your head, you have words in your head that cause you to do something, to wear makeup, or to not wear makeup. I just offer. I don't try to change your mind. If I can't change your mind, then no one will. Who is that? Bob Mould? Used to be in Husker Du? And I'm not telling you to change your mind. No, don't even try to change it, but just see what's in your mind. Write it down. I think makeup is a waste of money. I don't want to waste my time painting on a face. So notice your feeling about that. So that's okay. Notice why you are hanging on to some one thing. Pick something from your home that isn't working for you, that you aren't easily letting go of. And I say letting go of because it is that feeling of letting go. You're hanging on to something that isn't working for you. It's like you're hanging on to a piece of dog poop. It's not working for you, but you're holding on to it. Just get curious. Why am I hanging on so tightly to something that's not working? Don't try to change it, but just notice what the thoughts are that are causing you to hang on to that item. And it can be from any category in your house. Everybody's got one. What's mine? I don't know. I'm sure I have one. Trust me, I'm human just like you. Okay, here's one. This is random. My husband went to go see Live Aid back, 40 plus years ago. And I didn't go. He has a t-shirt. That's a sentimental item. But he has, better yet, never mind his t-shirt, my t-shirt. I saw Elvis Costello in 1983. It was the first time I ever saw him. It was the day before my 17th birthday. I saw him at the Cape Cod Coliseum. Not at Wembley. That would have been cool. No, this was at the Cape Cod Coliseum. It was the 1983 Punch the Clock tour. I had a t-shirt that I bought then. It was a no-sleeve t-shirt because it was the 80s. Okay. Kara, you were at that show? No freaking way. That's awesome. I love it. I have carried around that t-shirt since 1983. I have not worn it in decades because I have gained weight since 1983. Oh, and Krug has your t-shirts and you can't part with it. Yeah, sentimental items. So sentimental items, I will be very clear. I will be very clear that sentimental is a different thing from surface clutter and stored clutter, but it's the one that came it. So Kelly says frame it. I could frame it. I don't want to hang it on my wall. I don't need to frame it to remember it. I will never forget that I had it. This is what I did. I have carried it around, and now I'm getting so good at, my muscle has gotten so much stronger, and my confidence in being able to release items, even items that I like that tell me good stories. Look at me. I saw Elvis Costello in 1983. I don't need the t-shirt to remind me of that, but what I did do was I took a picture of it, the front and the back. And with that picture, I said to myself, who do I know who might be interested in this? My friend Peter is a huge Elvis Costello fan. Not to show off, but he introduced my husband and me to Elvis in real life at the Tower Theater in Philly decades later. Unbeknownst to us, he's friends with Elvis. Who knew? So I reached out to Peter and I said, hey, you're you're a bigger Elvis fan than I am. Do you know anybody who might want this t-shirt? And he said, yes, I do. Here's her address. I sent it to her. She was delighted. I just got a thank you note from her about it. So notice there are things you hang on to sometimes for decades. Now, again, that's a sentimental item, which is different, but you can even release some of your sentimental items. I have the pictures of the t-shirt. I also have a picture, actually, there's a picture of me in my high school yearbook of me wearing that t-shirt. But I don't need the t-shirt anymore. But we all have. We all have stuff that we hang on to. No judgment, just curiosity. Just curiosity. Now, Becky says, I had a ZZ Top t-shirt from the late 80s. Finally sold it on eBay. I knew someone would love it. Yeah. Mark and Jennifer says, I hung on to my husband for decades. Yeah, see, sometimes we hang on to things that are not working out for us. And sometimes it can be wicked scary, but it can be the best thing. And I'm thinking of when I said to my now ex-husband of decades, no. If this isn't important to you now, it will never be important to you. So this is over. Because I let go of my not working relationship with my first husband, I could have clung on to it because we were married and we're working it out, but he didn't want to work on it. Oh my God, have you guys seen my husband? Have you seen how cute and talented and kind and wonderful he is? My current husband of 23 years. I never would be here had I not released something that wasn't working for me. No, stone cold fact. Okay? Yeah. So I offer this to you. I offer this to you. Sometimes you think you're letting go of something and then you're getting nothing in return. No. And he is a cutie patootie. I totally admit. I totally think so. When you release something that's not working for you, you make space for something that will work for you. Now think about it. Okay, we're talking about relationships. If you're dating somebody that isn't working for you, like, you know what I mean, that it isn't working out, unless you're two-timing, you can't also be there available for the person who will work for you. If you have too many clothes that don't fit you in your closet, it's harder for you to find the clothes that do fit. So notice what you're hanging on to and just notice it. Don't judge. What if you're married? Okay, couple of things. Work on making your marriage better. Where is it not working out for you? Can you work on it? Now, I will share from my own personal experience that a marriage is a relationship. One person cannot change it for the both of you. It has to be working. It has to be a working relationship. It has to be a mutual thing. 50-50, 60-40, around that thing. 30-20, you're doing 70, he does 30. He's doing 70, you're doing 30. Now, I'm not a relationship person, like advice person, but I will say to you, you deserve to be in a relationship that makes you feel good more of the times than it makes you feel bad. Okay? And yeah, grow together. That's the only way. Yeah, my husband and I, we laugh at what the old people were turning into. Did you take your vitamins this morning? I'm going to go work out. Oh my gosh. Like, my back is aching me, you know? So I just offer to you. There are many things without even realizing it. And notice realizing is just tuning in the frequency of your car radio to the words in your head. Why am I hanging on to something that's not working? It can be working out for you. It can be a mate. It can be a lipstick. It can be a t-shirt. Why am I hanging on to this if I'm not wearing it? Why am I hanging on to this if I'm not using it? Why am I hanging on to this if it makes me feel bad every time I look at it? Get some clarity. Find out your answers. I hang on to this because, and I will offer to you, and I'm getting to, fear. Fear is on one side, love is on the other. Now I'm saying you can hang on to somebody because you love them, but you can also be fearful. What if nobody else ever loves me? What if I turn into a single cat lady? I think that's totally fine, actually. I would be a single dog lady, though. Fear. Fear. Look for the fear. Look for the fear. What am I afraid of that's causing me to hang on to something that isn't working for me? I'm not saying what are the things I hang on to that work for me. That's like a no-brainer. It's working for me. Cool. No big deal. It's the stuff that causes you stress. Because tension and stress, or is it like a rope? There's tension in a rope because part of you wants to let go of something and another part of you wants to hang on. Let go, hang on, let go, hang on. Tension. Either hang on to it and feel good about it or let go of it and feel good about it. But notice when you're in between the Scylla and Charybdis, as Sting would say, right? Between a rock and a hard place, there's tension. Should I stay or should I go now? Said Joe Strummer, right? Choose one. Choose one. And notice, but just notice the fear. Okay? There we go. German Maid says single cat and dog lady and never been happier. Yeah, I know I would be. I love my husband. Do not get me wrong. But if things changed, and I'm thinking death because we love each other and we're going to just die together and whatever, I would be okay with that. I would be okay. This is weird, but I would be okay with being a single dog lady. I would not feel the need to go find another mate unless it happened organically. So I say this to you from many perspectives, but it all comes back to the words in your head that cause you to feel a feeling in your heart. And when you feel words in your head plus, influence your feelings in your heart, and then that causes you to do something with your hands. On the one side, and this is where I get all like Vogue, or I'm doing like my 80s dancing, my safety dance or whatever. Unhelpful thoughts in your head, unhelpful words in your head cause you to feel not good, fearful. When you have unhelpful words, discouraging words, discourage, no courage, makes you feel discouraged, no courage, then you're probably going to hang on to something even if it isn't working for you. But look, we have the other hand. On the other hand, on the side of love as opposed to fear, you have words in your head that are encouraging, with courage, that make you feel encouraged. You have courage in your heart. You feel encouraged to do something. And sometimes what that is relaxing your grip on something, noticing why you're hanging on to it, and after you realize your story or words as to why you're hanging on to it, you might be more easily able to release it. Okay? So notice, you have a choice. You have a choice. Now that I've made you, now that I've ideally shown you that being aware of what you own, what you're doing. Yeah, Mommy Salami says this is like decluttering your mind, which I badly needed today. I'm glad to help. I am, because this helps me. This has helped me in the past, this way of thinking. It has transformed my life in such wonderful ways that I just love to share this idea with you. Because it is, like as I say with Ted, it's an idea worth spreading. The more people who realize this, the better you will feel. And when you feel better, you're going to do better. Instead of being stuck clinging to things that don't work for you, you can change that. You can change what you don't like. Not all of the times, but like 90% of the time. You can do something to change things that you don't like. From lipsticks to crappy husbands to clothes that don't fit you. And to make it feel easier, I just say tune in on your car radio to the frequency. Listen to the unhelpful words, because the unhelpful words are keeping you stuck. Listen to them. What are the words that cause me to pull back? Okay, then what the opposite of those words will be the ones that maybe will encourage me to move forward. And not like, bursting out of the gate, but baby steps in it out. Well, I guess this was me in like the end of 2022. Well, I guess I could try to get on TikTok and make some videos. Yeah. You deserve to feel better. If you are not feeling good right now, you deserve to feel better. You do, You do. And if anybody tells you different, flip them the bird. I will flip the bird at them for you until you learn to say no. And remember, when you're using the traffic cop hand, flipping the bird, stop. Hammer time. Okay? If you don't think you deserve to feel good, why? You know what? Your backseat driver is going to be happy to tell you. You don't deserve to feel good. Not everybody feels good, Whatever they say, note that. Noted. What else? What else? Okay? Backseat driver also gets you overwhelmed. Now, June, I see you. You said, I have so much more decluttering to do. Okay? Yeah, heck, give him the double bird. Why the hell not, Pam the dog lady? There's always going to be something ahead in the road. So, June, if looking ahead at the road at the big picture overwhelms you, oh my gosh, I'm here and I have to drive all the way there, that can be overwhelming. Overwhelm is a strategy that the backseat driver uses to get you to stop even moving. Okay? Don't focus on what you have to do way down the line. Just focus down today on what you could do today to make it better. Okay? Oh, Pinky Silver Chloe is telling me I'm one of the best creators here on TikTok. You know what? Thank you. I appreciate that. I love what I do, and I think this is such a cool way of thinking about things. It totally feels fun to share this idea, Yeah, then I quit sometimes. So June, when you quit, just notice when you're quitting. Like your car, are you running out of gas? Are you tired? Are you tired of making decisions? Maybe you're not used to making decisions. Your decision-making muscle is not strong. That's okay. But hey, yep, do a 20-minute walk away, come back and do it again. Makes you feel so good. Alrighty, you guys, this was fun. I need to sign off because I'm jumping right into coaching today. I do one-on-one coaching. Real quick, follow me on my mailing list, destinationdecluttered.com. I am doing a YouTube live tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. Let's see how today went for ourselves and hang out tonight and do some good stuff, okay? I'm going to sign off now. I will see many of you who want to show up. Destination Decluttered on YouTube tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. I'll see you then, okay? Always a pleasure, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning. Bye.